video for you about the best books that I read in 2015. Now, not all of the books have been published this year. Some of them I just came across this year. Some of them are a series that I found this year. So many of the books are from previous years. But they're all books that I really enjoyed reading, and I either gave them a 4 or a 5 out of 5 stars for their content. So let's get started. One of the first books that I read this year that I think I actually did read this one in January. I actually came across it in one of my classes at university, and it's a good middle grade type book, and it has just such a great story, and that book is Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. I really enjoyed reading this book. I think every student in middle school needs to read this book, and it's all about a girl with cerebral palsy who, you know, she's just so much smarter than everyone gives her credit for, and she has such a personality and is such a character, but everything's stuck in her head. She can't speak, and it's all about her life and her time in middle school. So definitely give this one a read if you haven't. I really recommend it. It is just so powerful, so great. Another book that I read this year and actually just finished about a week ago is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I absolutely loved this book. I loved all of the different characters. I thought the friendships were very genuine. I could totally see them happening in real life. The relationships, the problems. It just was such a nice contemporary read that I haven't had one in a while, and I really, really, really enjoyed reading Fangirl. Another book that I enjoyed reading this year was The Martian by Andy Weir. I don't think anyone would argue with this. This book was phenomenal. I really, really enjoyed reading this book. It just pulled me along. I'm not always the greatest at science and things, but you know, I really believed a lot of the stuff that they were talking about, and it seemed really cool that, you know, he was going through these life and death problems and using his brain and science to figure them out. I loved it. Another book that I picked up this year that I really enjoyed reading was The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, which, as we all know, is J.K. Rowling's pseudonym for her mystery. This is the first book in the series about Cormoran Strike, and it was really fascinating. I actually really, really, really enjoyed reading this. I wasn't sure how I would feel about her mystery writing. You know, it's not the same, it's not Harry Potter, and I think that's what worried me the most. But I really, really enjoyed reading this, and it really made me kind of appreciate my love of mystery a little bit more. I'd kind of fallen out of love with mystery, and now I'm back in love with it. A non-fiction book that I really liked this year was You Are Never Weird on the Internet Almost by Felicia Day. I love Felicia Day. I think she is a phenomenal person. I just love all the work that she does trying to do good things in the community. I love Geek and Sundry and their whole network of things. I watched a lot of their YouTube, and I just like a lot of the stuff that she's a part of, and I loved her book. It made me laugh. It didn't make me cry, but it definitely made me feel for her at times, and I really, really enjoyed reading this one. One book that I heard talked about a lot on BookTube this year was The Queen of the Tearling, and I just knew I had to pick it up because this cover is just gorgeous. I love this one. But also the book itself was just phenomenal. It was such a great book. It was so much more about the political intrigue of ruling a kingdom and coming into being a queen in her kingdom, and the problems that she's facing now because she wants to do good by everybody in her kingdom. And I really, really enjoyed it, and the magic aspect, which there's magic in here, but you're not really sure what and how it works yet. But I really liked reading this book. I cannot wait to pick up The Invasion of the Tearling. I have it already. I thought I lost it when I moved, and now I found it again, so now I can finally read the second book in the series. And the next series that I will talk about, I have heard so many good things about on BookTube that I had to go and pick it up, and once I did, I bought every single book in the series. And I did not regret it at all. I started reading them over the summer and was so happy when the 4th book in the series, 5th book, printed 4th book in it, came out this September, and I had to go buy that right away too. And that is, oh, let me get them here, the Throne of Glass series. The only thing that bugs me now is that I have 4 paperbacks and 1 hardback. and I'm gonna have to remedy this somehow, and I have a feeling that remedy is gonna be getting them all in hardback. They're just so much prettier, and the covers of these books, like, gosh, they're just beautiful. Sarah J. Maas, whoever your artist is, whew, your illustrator does a very good job. I just look at these. They are just gorgeous, gorgeous covers again. I just really, really like these ones. So, Throne of Glass series. If you haven't picked it up already, you should. It's about Celaena Sardothien, this assassin in the kingdom of Adarlan, and it is just phenomenal. She's such a kick-ass character. She knows what she wants. She's not afraid to go and get it, yet she's still really human, which I really like about her. And, you know, like, she's just trying to survive the best way that she knows how. And, oh, where this series is going, I have no idea, but it is so, so good. I cannot wait for the 5th book right now. And the last book that I want to talk about today is Winter by Marissa Meyer. This, wow, like, what an ending to the Lunar Chronicles. It was very enjoyable. I'm pleased with how it ended. I don't want to give too much away in case you have not read the Lunar Chronicles, which I highly suggest you do go pick these up. But they are just fantastic. The way that she melds all those fairy tales together to keep them true to their original story, but also not, which just made it that much better. I just loved the sci-fi-ishness. I just really enjoyed the whole setting of the story and where the characters went, and it felt really believable. Nothing felt too forced. There's one relationship in here that I don't like as much as the rest of them, and I'm really happy where most of the relationships ended up. But, oh, such a good book, and pick it up. I really suggest it. And there are a few more books that I'm trying to get read this month, so maybe by the end of the year my list is for the best books I read this year is going to be a little bit longer. But until then, if you have any other recommendations for me, any book recommendations, please leave them down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more book videos. And thank you for watching, and happy reading!